Hello everyone. Today I'm here with you all with the topic cube and cube roots for class 8th. In this video, we will be learning how to find the cube of the given number, how to find the cube roots of the given number, and some related properties we will be learning about cube and cube roots. So let's start with the topic, that is your cube and cube roots. So if we are having any of the number, say we are having the number 2, and if we are going to multiply this 2 3 times, then whatsoever the number we will be getting will be the cube of your 3. 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4. 4 multiplied by 2 will be your 8. That means 8 is the cube of your 2. Similarly, if we will be taking a number 4, and if we are going to multiply this 4 3 times, then the number we will be getting will be your 4 4 is 16. 16 4 is 64. So we will say that 64 is the cube of your 4. Similarly, if any of the number is there x, and if we are going to multiply this x 3 times, then we will be getting cube of your x. This is your x cube or cube of x we can say, or we can say x raised to the power 3. Any of the thing we can say it as, if we are going to multiply any number 3 times, say the number is your x, then we will be getting your cube of x or x cube or x raised to the power 3. Whatever you want to say, we can say it as. Now, if we are going to take the number, say 1. So, cube of 1 will be your 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. That is your 1 will be the cube. For 2, just now we have seen that the cube of 2 is your 8. If we will be taking 3, so cube of 3 will be your 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. If we will be taking the number 4, so cube of 4 will be your 64. If we will be taking the number 5, so cube of 5 will be your 5 5 is 25, 25 5 is your 125. If the number is 6, so it will be 6 6 is 36, and 36 into 6 will be your 216. Similarly, for 7 even we can take, for 8 even we can take, for 9 even we can take, and for 10 even we can take. For 9, it will be your 9 into 9 into 9. For 10, it will be 10 into 10 into 10. For 8, it will be 8 into 8 into 8. For 7, we will be multiplying the numbers 3 times. 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10 will be your 1000. 9 9 is 81. 81 into 9 will be your 729. Then comes your 7 7 is 49. 49 into 7 is your 343. 8 8 is 64. And 64 into 8 8, 4 8 is 32, carry over 3, and then 6 8 is 48, it is 512. So these will be the cube of numbers 1 to 10. Now from here what we can see, if there is any number whose at one's place, if 1 is there, then the cube will end with your 1. That in the cube you will be having 1 at the unit place. If the number is having 1 at the unit place, then the cube will even having 1 at its unit place. Suppose I am taking an example of 11. So 11 cube will be 11 into 11 into 11, that is your 1331. So if the number is having 1 at the unit place, then the cube will even have 1 at its unit place. Similarly, if there is a number whose unit digit is your 2, then the cube will have your 8 as the unit place. 8 will be there at its unit place. If the number is having 2 at its unit place, then the cube will be having 8 at its unit place. For the number, if there is a number whose unit digit is your 3, then its cube will be having 7 at its unit digit. Similarly, if there is a number whose unit digit is your 4, then the number in its cube at its unit place, it will be your 4 only. The number which is having 5 at its unit place, its cube will even have 5 at its unit place. The number which is having 6 at its unit place, the cube of the number will even have your 6 at its unit place. The number which is having 7 at its unit place, its cube will have 3 at its unit place. The number which is having 8 at its unit place, its cube will have your 2 at its units place. Similarly, if a number is having 9 at its unit place, then its cube will have your 9 at its unit place. And if the number is having 0 at its unit place, then again there will be 0 only. Over here we can see that if there is any of the number which is having 3 zeros in itself. Say I am saying the number as 27000. Over here 3 zeros are there, so it is possible that this number is a perfect cube. Now if there are 2 zeros are there, so there is not even a single number which can be, suppose at the before 00 it is your 27 only, so it cannot be a perfect cube. So what perfect cube is? The numbers which we are getting by multiplying any number 3 times. These are your perfect cubes. That means 1 is a perfect cube, 8 is a perfect cube, 27, 64, 125, 216. All these numbers which we are getting after multiplying any given number 3 times, then these numbers are known as your perfect cubes. These are your perfect cubes. And the numbers which are coming in between, like your 2 is there, 3 is there, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these are not your perfect cubes. All these are your not a perfect cubes. The numbers which we are getting by multiplying any given number 3 times, by multiplying 3 times, the numbers which we are getting are known as your perfect cubes. So all these are your perfect cubes, right? Now what we can conclude from here, if a number is an odd number, see 1 is odd number, 3 is an odd number, 5, 7, 9. If the numbers are odd numbers, then their cubes are even odd numbers. For numbers which are odd, their cubes will even be odd. For even numbers, here we can see 2 is a even number, cube is 8. 4 is a even number, cube is 64. 6 is a even number, cube is 216. So if your number is even, then their cubes will be even. For even number, cube will be even. For odd number, your cubes will be your odd only. This is what we can conclude from here. Similarly, one more thing we can say, if your number is say minus of 2, and if we are finding the cube of minus of 2, that means minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 you will be doing. So minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 will be your plus 4, and plus 4 multiplied by minus 2 will be your minus of 8. Similarly, if we are taking cube of minus 3, so it will be minus 3 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. So it will be minus 3 into minus 3 will be plus 9, and 9 multiplied by minus 3 will be your minus of 27. So if your numbers are negative, for negative numbers, if your number is negative, your cube will be negative only. Cube will even be your negative. And if we are taking positive numbers, then the cube will even be positive. Cube will be your positive only. For negative numbers, cube will be negative, and for positive numbers, cube will be positive. So what we can conclude from here is, for odd numbers, cubes will be odd. For even numbers, cubes will be even. For negative numbers, cubes will be negative. For positive numbers, cubes will be positive. So what cube is? When we are multiplying any of the number 3 times by itself only, whatsoever the number we are getting is known as your cube of the given number. Now if we have to check whether the given number is a cube of the given number is not cube or not, then how we can find it out? See, if we are going to check for 216, say we are going to check for 216. So what we will be doing is, we will be doing the factorization, prime factorization of the given number we will be doing. If we will be doing the prime factorization, so we are dividing it by 2 because it is an even number, so it will be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 216 will be 2 1 is 2, 2 8 is 16, then 2 2 5 is 10, 2 4 is 8, then 2 2 2 is 4, 2 7 is 14, then 3 9 is 27, then 3 3s are 9, and then 3 1 is 3. So we can see, if in the prime factorization, whatsoever the factors are there, here factor is 2 and 3, if they are in the pair of 3, that means they are in triplets only, then the given number will be a perfect cube. Over here we can see factors are your 2 and 3 are the factors, and 2 is even in the triplets and 3 is even in your triplets. Now what we will be doing is, that simply means we can conclude that 216 is a perfect cube because its factors are in the group of 3 3. There is no extra 2 is there. There is no extra 3 is there. There is no extra other factor is even there. So what all the factors are there, they are in the group of 3s. That's the reason 216 is a perfect cube. Now, if we want to say it, we want to check for 120 whether 120 is a perfect cube or not. So what we will be doing is, we will be finding the prime factorization. Prime factorization we will be doing 2, 6 is 12, 60, then 2, 30, then 2, 15 is 30, then your 3, 5 is 15, and 5, 1. So over here we can see the factors are your 2 is one of the factor, 3 is a factor, and 5 is a factor of your 120. 2 is in the group of 3, but there is no group of 3s and 5s also. 3 is even not a group of in the group of 3, and 5 is even not having a group of 3. That's the reason we can say that 120 is not a perfect cube. Now, if the question says that by which number we should multiply 120 so that it becomes a perfect cube. So we are saying that a number will be a perfect cube if its prime factorization is having all the factors in the group of 3. Here 2 is having a group of 3. 3, there is only one 3 is there and only one 5 is there. Now, if there are 2 more 3s are there, then there will be a group of 3 also, and if there are 2 more 5s are even there, so there will be a group of 5 also. So what we want extra is your 2 3s we want and 2 5s even we want. This much of number we want extra because there is only one 3 is there. So if there were 2 more 3s were there, so we will be having triplet of 3. There is only one 5 is there in the prime factorization. If there are 2 more 5s are there in the prime factorization, then we will be having the triplet of 5 also. And if we will be having all the factors as your triplet, then we will say that it is a perfect cube. So by what number it should be multiplied? It should be multiplied by your 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. That is 3 3s are 9 and 5 5 is your 25. So 25 into 9 will be your 225. If we will be multiplying 120 by 225, it will become a perfect cube. It is the case when we are saying it is to be multiplied. Now, if the question says that by what number it should be divided so that it becomes a perfect cube. Now, if the case is of division, then what we will be doing is whatsoever the numbers are not having the pair or the grouping, we will divide the number given number by those factors. Now over here we can see that 2 is having the triplet. There is a group of 2 is having your group of 3. That means it is having a triplet, but 3 is your extra and 5 is even your extra. So if you will divide 120 by your 3 into 5, that means if you will be dividing it by 15, whatsoever the number you will be getting will be a perfect cube. Clear? Hope it is. What you need to do is, for checking whether the given number is a perfect cube or not, you will be doing the prime factorization. First of all, we have done the prime factorization. We will be seeing what all the factors are there. If all the factors are in the group of 3, here we can see that their factors are your 2 and 3, and 2 is even having the group of 3. 3 is even in your group of 3. So we will say that 216 is a perfect cube. But if the prime factorization is something like this, in that case we can see that there is a group of 2 over here, but there is not group of 3 and group of 5. We want group of 3 3 each. That means every factor should be in the triplets, group of 3s. Now 3 is only one 3 is there, only one 5 is there. So by what number it should be multiplied so that it becomes a perfect cube? For that 2 more 3s are required and 2 more 5s are required. That means we will be multiplying it by 2 more 3s and 2 more 5s. That is by 225. If we will be multiplying 120, it will become a perfect cube. Similarly, by what number it should be divided so that it becomes a perfect cube? Now again we can see over here that 2 is in the group of 3s. It is a triplet, but 3 is extra and 5 is extra. So if we will remove these 3 and 5, then whatsoever is remaining is in the group, that means group of 3. So if we will be dividing it by 3 multiplied by 5, that is 15, it will become a perfect cube. Hope it is clear to you how to find the cube of any given number. If a number is odd, then the cube will even be odd. If the number is even, cube will be even. If you are having a negative number, cube will be negative. If you are having a positive number, cube will be positive. You can check it out that whether the given number is a perfect cube or not. For that, we need to do the prime factorization, and if in the factors all the factors are in the group of 3, then we will say that the given number is a perfect cube. Now let's understand some more concepts related to cubes. There are some numbers like your 1729, 4104 and your 13832. These type of numbers are known as your Hardy-Ramanujan numbers. Why these numbers are said to be your Hardy-Ramanujan numbers? Because these numbers can be expressed as the sum of two cube in two different ways. That means if we are going to take an example of 1729. So 1729 could be written as cube of 12 plus cube of 1. Cube of 12 is your 1728 is the cube of 12 and cube of 1 is your 1. So if we are going to add these two numbers, it will be your 1729. Similarly, the same number could be written as cube of 10 plus cube of 9. Cube of 10 just now we have seen it is your 1000 and cube of 9 is your 729. So sum of these two will even be your 1729. So because these numbers can be expressed as the sum of two cubes in two different ways, that's the reason these numbers are known as your Hardy-Ramanujan number, and 1729 is the smallest such number which can be expressed as the sum of two cubes in two different ways. Now let's see some interesting patterns related to your cubes. Adding consecutive odd numbers. Say if we are going to take the odd numbers starting from 1 only, so if we are going to take 1, so 1 is cube of 1 also. 1 could be written as cube of 1 because cube of 1 means 1 only. 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1, that is your 1. The next odd number will be your 3 and after 3 the next odd number is your 5. So if we will be adding 3 and 5, we will be getting your 8 and 8 is your cube of 3. Just now we have seen that 8 is the cube of 3. Now next odd number after 5. What is the next odd number? It is your 7. Then next odd number is your 9. Then next odd number is your 11. If we will be adding these three, 11 plus 9 is your 20. 20 plus 7 is your 27. It is your cube of 3. Similarly, if we will be taking the next odd number, 4. 4 consecutive odd numbers we will be taking. Then it will be the cube of your 4. Now wait, just check it out. After 11 comes your 13. After 13 it is your 15, after 15 it is your 17 and after 17 it is your 19. If we will add all these numbers, it will be your 9 plus 7 is your 16, 16, 21, 24, carry over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 64, which is cube of your 4. Similarly, we can say if after 19 the next odd number is your 21 and we will take 5 consecutive odd numbers, then their sum will be equivalent to your 5 cube. So this is an interesting pattern related to your cubes. Similarly, cubes and their prime factors. If we are going to take some number, say I am going to say the number is your 4. So factors of 4 is your 2 multiplied by 2. Similarly, if I am going to take the number say 6. So factors of 6 will be your 2 multiplied by 3. 4 could be written as 2 multiplied by 2 and 6 could be written as your 2 multiplied by 3. So if we will be taking cubes of these numbers, that is your 4 and 6. So cube of 4 and cube of 6 will be taking. What the cube of 4 is? Cube of 4 is your 64 and cube of 6 is your 216. So this 64 could be written as your, if we will be doing the prime factorization of 64, it will be your 2 multiplied by 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 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32 and 32's 2s are your 64. So 64 could be written as your 2 raised to the power 6 or 2 multiplied by 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 2. So we can write it as 2 cube multiplied by your 2 cube. Similarly, 216 could be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Prime factorization of 216 will be your this. So this could be written as your 2 cube multiplied by your 3 cube. So whatsoever the factors the number is having, like in the 4, the factors of 4 is your 2 multiplied by 2. So if we will be finding the cube of 4, then its factors will be 2 and 2, but their powers will be your 3. That means they will be 3 times they will be multiplied in their cubes. In the cube of the same numbers, we will be having same factors. In the cube of 3, 4 also, we will be having same factors, that is your 2 and 2, and they will be cube of these two factors. Similarly, we'll be seeing 6. So factors of 6 is your 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. And if we are taking the cube of 6, then in the cube of 6, we will be having the same factors with the power your 3. So what we can conclude is, if we are taking the number, say your 10 we are taking, so factors of 10 will be your 2 multiplied by 5. So in the cube of 10, we will be finding the factors will be your 2 raised to the power 3 and your 5 raised to the power 3. So this is how we can see the patterns in your cubes. Now let's understand what is cube root. Cube root of a given number is the number whose cube is the given number. As just now we said that if we are going to multiply 2 3 times, then we will be getting cube of 2. That is equivalent to your 8. That means if we have to find the cube root of 8, that means if we have to find the cube root of a given number 8, then it will be the number whose cube is the given number. This 8 is cube of which number? It is the cube of 2. So cube root of 8 will be your 2. How we are going to represent cube root? This is the symbol of representing cube root. This is a symbol how we can represent cube root. So if we have to find the cube root of 8, we will be writing 8 over here. This is how we can represent to find the cube root of 8. So cube root of 8 will be the number whose cube is 8. So cube root of 8 will be your 2. What the meaning of this is, we have learned in the previous videos that when we are writing the radical sign over here, this simply means it is the nth root. Over here n is your 3, so it means your 8 raised to the power 1 upon 3. This simply means power is your 1 upon 3. It is your nth root. Over here value of n is 3, so it is third root of the given number. So it means 8 raised to the power 1 upon 3. And we know that 8 could be written as your 2 raised to the power 3 and whole raised to the power 1 upon 3. We have learned in the laws of exponents that if it is a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n, then it could be written as a raised to the power m into n. So it could be written as 2 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 1 upon 3, that is 2 raised to the power 1, or we can say 2 itself. That means cube root of 8 will be your 2. This is how we can represent cube root. Now if we have to find, say, cube root of 64, that simply means its value will be 64 whole raised to the power 1 upon 3. Cube root means the power is your 1 upon 3. Again 64 could be written as 4 raised to the power 3 and whole raised to the power 1 upon 3. That means cube root of 64 will be your 4 itself. 3 are going to cancel, it is 4. So cube root of 64 will be your 4. So if we are saying that if I am going to multiply x 3 times, then we are getting x cube, and the value of x cube, suppose it is your y. That means x multiplied by x multiplied by x. If we are multiplying x 3 times, then we are getting the value y. Then what the cube root will be? Cube root of y will be your x. If x cube is equivalent to y, then cube root of y will be your x. This is how we can understand the relation between cube and your cube roots. Similarly, we can say if cube of 5 is your 125. That means 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is your 125. If we are multiplying 5 3 times, we are getting 125. So we will say that cube root of 125 will be your 5. Now we can even conclude that if we are having the negative numbers, the cube root of negative numbers will even be your negative. If it is your, we have to find cube root of minus of 125, so it will be minus of 5. So if the numbers are negative, then cube root will even be negative. If numbers are positive, the cube root will even be your positive. For negative numbers, cube root will be negative. And for positive numbers, cube root will be positive. For positive numbers, it will be positive. For negative numbers, it will be negative only. This is what we have seen in the terms of your cube also. If the numbers were negative, so cube was also negative. If the numbers were positive, cubes were even positive. Similarly, for the cube root even, if your number is negative, cube root will be negative, and if the number is positive, cube root will even be your positive only. Now, some more things we can understand about your cube root. Like if there are, it is your cube root of xy, where x is multiplied by y. Then what we can say it as, it could even be written as cube root of x multiplied by cube root of y. Separately even we can find it if there is multiplication sign between any two given numbers and we have to find the cube root of it. It could be written separately even with the multiplication sign in between. Similarly, if we have to find the cube root of x upon y, so it could be written as cube root of x divided by your cube root of y. Separately, we can find the cube root of the given numbers and we can divide it later. Similarly, if it is like your say cube root of x y over z, then it could be written as cube root of x multiplied by cube root of y divided by cube root of z. This is how even we can solve it separately and then we can multiply it. Individually we can find the cube root of x, individually we can find the cube root of y, individually we can find the cube root of z. Then whatsoever the values are coming, we will be multiplying and dividing it. Now if we have to find the cube root of any of the decimal number, like your number is say 1.728. If this is a number, we have to find the cube root of 1.728. So what we will be doing is, cube root of 1.728 means cube, this is a symbolic representation. So what we could do over here is, we can remove the decimal and it will become 1728 divided by your 1000. Right, because we have removed the decimal and there were 3 decimal places, so 1000 we have taken in the denominator. Just now we said if it is cube root of x upon y, so we can solve it separately even. So it could be written as cube root of 1728 divided by cube root of your 1000. Cube root of 1728, just now we have seen, it will be your 12 and cube root of 1000 will be your 10. So it will be your 1.2. Cube root of 1.728 will be your 1.2. Now how we can find the cube root? That we will be seeing. Suppose we are taking 1728 only. We have to find the cube root of 1728. So how we will be finding it? So what we will be doing is, we will be doing the prime factorization. So dividing it by 2 because it is an even number. 2 8 is 16, 2 6 is 12, 2 4 is 8. Again dividing by 2, 2 4 is 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s is 4. 2 say divide, we will be dividing it again, 2 2s are 4, 2 1 is 2, 2 6 is 12. Again by 2, 2 1 is 2, 2 8 is 16. Again by 2, 2 5 is 10, 2 4 is 8, 2 2s are 4, 2 7 is 14, 3 9 is 27, 3 3s are 9 and 3 over here. Now what we will be doing is, again we will be taking the factors. We will be seeing all the factors and we will make, for every factor we will make group of 3 each. Now 3 2s we have taken, then again 3 2s we have taken, then here 3 3s we have taken. So every factor, 2 is one of the factor and 3 is one of the factor, and we can see that 2 and 3 all are in the group of 3s. They are in the group of 3, that means they are having your triplets. So from this one group, we will be taking 1 2 out. From this one group, we will take 1 2 out. And from this 3, we will take 1 3 out. So if we will be multiplying it, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So cube root of 1728 will be your 12. So if we will be multiplying 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 12, we will be getting your 1728. What we can say over here is that cube root of 1728 is 12, and 12 cube is your 1728. Cube of 12 is 1728, and cube root of 1728 will be your 12. Similarly, we want to take one more example. Then it could be your, see, we are taking 1000 only. If we are going to take the case of your 1000, if we will do the prime factorization of 1000, we can see 2. If we are going to divide it by 2, it will be your 500. If again by 2 we will be dividing, it will be your 250. If again by 2 we will be dividing, it is 125. By 5 we will be dividing, it is 25. Again by 5 we will be dividing, it is 5, and then again by 5 it is your 1. So this is the prime factorization of your 1000. Again, we are having factors as your 2 and 5. We will be making the group of 3s. So we have make group of 3. 2 3s we have taken. Group of 5 we have taken. So 3 5s we have taken. 3 2s we have taken. Now from this 3 2s, we will take 1 2 out. From these 3 5s, we will take 1 5 out. So it will be your 10. So cube root of 1000 will be your 10. This is how we will be doing the prime factorization first. Then for every factor, we will be making group of 3 each. And then from the group of 3s, we will take 1 1 out. From these two, there are 3 2s are there. From these 3 2s, we have taken 1 2 out. From these 3 5s, we have taken 1 5 out. So the factors of your 1000 was your 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 5. From these 3 2s we have taken 1 2, and from these 3 5s we have taken 1 5. If we have multiplied these two, it is your 10. That means 10 is the cube root of your 1000. This is how we can find the cube root of a given number. Now let's understand some of the question related to the concept we have learned just now. So question number 1 is 297 a perfect cube? We need to check whether it is a perfect cube or not. So for that, what we will be doing is, we will be doing the prime factorization of the given number, and if the factors are in the group of 3s, then we will say that it is a perfect cube, and if it is not so, then we will say that it is not a perfect cube. So check it out. 297. We'll be factorizing it. We can see over here that addition of these three numbers is coming to 18. That means it is divisible by 3. 3 9 is 27, and then it is 3 9 is 27. Then again by 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9. Then again by 3, it is 11, 11, 1. So we can see the factors of your 297 are your 3 and 11 are the factors. We can see over here that there are 3 3s are there. That means 3s are in the group of 3s. We are having the triplet of 3, but we are not having the triplet of your 11. That's the reason 297 is not a perfect cube, because the factors of 297 are not in the group of 3s. They are not forming the triplets. That's the reason it is not a perfect cube. Now the second question is, find the least number by which 6750 should be divided so that the quotient is a perfect cube. We have to divide to make it a perfect cube. So first of all, we will be finding the prime factorization of the given number, that is your 6750. Prime factorization, dividing it by 2. 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. Then 1 carry over 2 7 is 14. 2 5 is 10. Then it is divisible by 3. 3 1 is 3. 3 1 is 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 5 is 15. Then again by 3. 3 3s are 9. 3 7 is 21. And 3 5 is 15. 3 1 is 3. 3 2s are 6. And 3 5 is 15. 5 25 times 125. 5 5 is 25. 5 1 is 5. So the factors of your 6750 are your 2 is there, 3s are there, and 5s are there. So we'll be making the group of 3s. 2 is not having the group of 3. Triplet it is not having. We are having 3 3s we are having. We are having 3 5s we are having. Only the extra number is your 2 only. Rest all the factors are in the group of threes. There are 3 threes are there are 3 fives are there. That means 3 and 5 are having the group of triplets. So the extra number is your 2 only. So if we are going to divide it by 2, if we will be dividing 6750 by 2, whatever the number will come will be a perfect cube, because the question was to be divided. So we will be dividing it by your extra number. If the question says that by which number it should be multiplied, then means what we have to do is we have to make the group of 2's also. In that case, we will be dividing by, or in the case of division, we will be dividing by 2. But if your case is by what number it should be multiplied, in that case we want 2 more 2's to make the triplet of 2. For that it will be your 2 multiplied by 2. That means by 4, if we will be multiplying it, it will become a perfect cube, and if by 2 we will be dividing it, it will become a perfect cube. The next question is find cube root of 27 by 64. We have to find the cube root of this. That means we have to write like this: cube root of 27 by 64. Just now we said if it is like this, we can write it separately even. Cube root of 27, cube root of 64. We know that the cube root of 27 means your 27 raised to the power 1 upon 3 and your 64 raised to the power 1 upon 3. 27 could be written as 3 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 1 upon 3, and 64 could be written as 4 raised to the power 3 whole raised to the power 1 upon 3. These 3's are going to cancel, so it will be 3 upon 4. So cube root of 27 by 64 will be your 3 upon 4. The next is your cube root of 2.744. We know if we have to find the cube root of a decimal number, we will be removing the decimal ones. So here what we are doing is we can write this number as your 2744 divided by your 1000, because if we will be removing the decimal, there are 3 decimal places are there, so 1000 will come in the denominator. And this could be written as separately we can find the cube root of 2744, and separately we can find the cube root of your 1000. For finding the cube root of your 2744, we have to do the prime factorization. So 2744, we will be doing the prime factorization. 2 1 is 2, 2 3's are 6, 2 7 is 14, and 2 2's are 4. Again by 2, 2 6 is 12, 2 8 is 16, and 2 6 is 12. 2 3's are 6, 2 4, and 2 3's are 6. 7 28, and 7 9 is 63. 7 7 is 49, 7 1 time. So the factors of your 2744 is having 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 into 7. Now what we will be doing is we will be making group of 3's. There are 3 2's are there. There are 3 7's are there. So what we will be doing, from these 3 2's, we will take 1 2 out. From these 3 7's, we will take 1 7 out. So the cube root of 2744 will be your 14 will be the cube root. So this could be written as your 14, and we know that the cube root of 1000 is your 10. So it will be your 1.4. So we can say that the cube root of 2.744 will be your 1.4. If we are not getting these factors in the triplets, then we will say that the given number is not a perfect cube. If a given number will be a perfect cube, then in the prime factorization, what all the factors will be coming, they will be in the group of 3's. They will be making triplets. But if any of the factor is not making triplet, they are not available in the group of 3's, then we will say that the given number is not a perfect cube. We cannot find the exact cube root of the given number. So this is all from this chapter. Hope it is clear to you what cube is, what cube root is. Soon we'll be coming with the more videos on other chapters of class 8 maths curriculum. Thank you.